and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor, presented by the Barstool News Network. It is What the Fuck Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. Happy birthday to me, 35 today. Thank you for all the well wishes.
Will, you fucked up there. We were going to say happy birthday to you, but you wished yourself a happy birthday before we got a chance to. I just want to point that out.
I just preempted it just in case somebody forgot. Thank you for all the well wishes. While I get probably too drunk early in the day, you won't be wishing me happy birthday on the actual day because I'll probably be hard to deal with, and you'll be wondering if I'm ready to film yet or not, and I won't know either. So, how you guys feeling?
Where's Will? I don't know.
Good. I wish it was my birthday.
I treated today like it was my yesterday like it was my birthday. I was in the baby pool a lot.
Oh, there you go. Looking tan.
Oh, yeah. Feeling tan.
I'm not doing so good. I've come to terms that my perpetual not feeling well is probably coronavirus. So if that's the case tomorrow, I'm going to go get a test.
So, yes, you've been feeling under the weather, and, you're tell us a little bit about that.
Not feeling good. Haven't been feeling good a while. Got a mask on everywhere I go. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see, guys. I'll keep you updated. I'm also crazy, so there's a good chance that I don't have it as well, but we'll see.
You sound pretty good, so I'm gonna go with hopefully not. Hopefully a negative.
Raise your hand if you thought you've had coronavirus in the last 3 months.
Oh, everybody! Come on, I mean everybody at one point has thought they've had
just after that guy coughed on me on the plane a couple months ago, but not since then.
Yeah. Well,
I'll keep you updated.
Recent travel. So you're a good candidate. Anyways, let's get it's all What the Fuck Wednesday listener submitted stories. So they're all going to be fucking fantastic. Let's get it going. This first one comes to us from Heart Hive member Shar at This My Burner. And it's about the one and only Lone Star State of Texas. As we all know, Texas is open for business everywhere except for Austin, where Pat was still able to fly, even though it's completely locked down until June against the governor's orders, which all makes sense, right, guys? That's what...
Yeah, no, I mean, my backyard's closed for business unless you live at my residence. Baby pool, house residents only. Private pool. Austin, Texas, private.
Any word on the mask policy there? Is it as completely confused as the open or
no,
not
Austin
policy?
has a full-blown mask policy, I believe. I think. Fuck, you're right. It's confusing. You won with that question. Damn it.
Yeah, you got us. Well, a lot of businesses put up signs that say no masks, no entry. I don't think... And maybe there's a mask at parks type thing, but I don't think the whole city's on. You have to be in a mask.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a good buddy who's a pro masker who also is a liquor store clerk, and he is loving it.
Yeah, I've seen people without masks.
Because liquor stores, guys,
he's swatting people when they come through without a mask.
Absolutely. Yeah. He won't even let them in the liquor store. That would be a great reality show right now, actually. Is just a camera angle behind the liquor store clerk's shoulder. And then a camera angle right outside the door of the liquor store, telling people you can't come in without a mask.
Like a heart rate monitor attached to a liquor store owner would be better.
Watching how disgusting somebody is walking up, how
scared they are.
Yeah. Well, they want their booze too, so when they get denied, their heart rate's going to go up. And also, if you had one of those you can check their temperature, I bet a lot of them are 85 degrees. They're way under the temperature.
Way low.
They're cold-blooded.
Well, anyhow, so as we just pointed out, the rules in Texas are very confusing, but it is Texas after all. So the rule is basically just freedom, and you do what you want. Because only places closed down is granola crunching Travis County. Mm-hmm. You know what's not closed, and where you definitely do not need to wear a mask? The Bolivar Peninsula and Galveston. And that is home of Imitation Mardi Gras, and also, just recently this last weekend, Go Topless Jeep Weekend. So,
whoa.
Sounds fun.
Is that a double entendre? Are we talking about the ladies and the Jeeps?
Right, double entendre.
Possibly so, but I will say, I've been down to Galveston on all sorts of different weekends. Not the place you want to be at a Go Topless beach.
Right.
Probably the worst.
Are you talking about in terms of the talent there, or are you talking about...
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you.
Okay, well, the video, which I'm sure you guys saw.
Who am I to throw stones?
Well, I mean, beggars can't be choosers when you go to Topless Jeep Week.
And when you have a terrible body like me.
Yeah.
What am I complaining about?
Did you guys see the video that Prez tweeted about? It was a local report.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a lot of soft tops on those Jeeps and ladies. Yeah, soft tops.
Right, exactly. Lots of lots of curves.
Yeah.
Lots of curves flowing in the wind.
It looks fun.
It does. It does. And it looks like a great fucking time, honestly. But last year, okay, in 2019, they had 80 arrests at Go Topless Jeep Weekend in Galveston. So they brought in 40 extra DPS officers this year to make sure that all the festivities went well, and they ended up making nearly 200 arrests this time around.
Wow.
So
How
more than
long-
double.
Is it a full week?
It's a weekend. Friday
Just a
to
weekend.
Sunday. Yeah.
It's a lot of
Where you
arrests.
go, you drive your Jeep on the beach, whatever, party, drink, whatever. Yes.
Like 1 out of 10 people are getting arrested.
Yeah, it sounds like the cops are just doing circles back, like from the police station back to pick someone up, back to the police station, back to pick someone up. Like,
But they had an interview with a cop in that video where he was being pretty cool, and he was essentially like, "You have a good time. We're not going to mess with you, but you start misbehaving." And in that word, misbehaving,
Right.
he meant a lot
Correct.
of things.
Pat, I think
Yes.
they were being pretty cool because I think this was just a case of people being locked down that needed to turn up real hard once they got out of their houses. Because in addition to the more than double arrests from last year, there was also a shooting where 2 men were each shot in the torso and a third is being searched for. It sounds like he was the shooter. So more than double the arrests plus shooting.
Is that a confirmed assault, or was that just for fun? Do we know?
Well, the charges, nobody's been charged yet because the shooter's at large. It seems.
Yeah.
he was
sounds
just
like
hitting people. He was just going for torsos. It sounds like Oklahoma drills in the sand, except with like Wild Wild West shootout style.
Yeah, except with a 9mm.
Yeah.
So, sounds like this was a William Tell demonstration gone wrong, if you ask me.
Really bad aim. The torso.
He keeps hitting torsos. That is the biggest part.
Better than him hitting the head, you know?
Yeah.
That's I guess to be it's better to be a horrible shot instead of kind of bad. Over 180 total arrests were made over the weekend. The sheriff said charges included assault, driving without wearing a seatbelt, DWI, and public intoxication. But he added, interestingly, that the majority of people arrested did not own or drive Jeeps. So
it's not a Jeep thing.
fakers, just people that wanted to party, like I was saying. So.
You have to be one of the two. You own a Jeep, you take the top off, or you can take your top off at one point. I think that's what it is.
Oh, that's a good point. You could get in either way.
You just can't be wearing a shirt the entirety of the time and not have a Jeep.
It didn't really seem like there was lots of topless women. This is like the type of thing that if you're like a 14-year-old in Galveston,
No, but if you're, I think a bikini top
Wait a
counts,
minute,
and also men were definitely not wearing shirts.
Pat, you're referring to like the Channel 12 local news not showing
exactly.
a bunch of topless women?
Yeah.
they got the blur effect in their editing room. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Lots of no titties on that newscast.
Yeah. the 5 p.m. news show? I don't think so.
Taking it to the internet, we've got beachgoer Chelsea Coyer who said, "We've been in quarantine and like I need to get out and party." Unaware that it would become a meme. She's the blonde girl from the video who everybody commented on as soon as it went viral.
She was hammered.
Yeah, she was ready to party. Shout out Heart of Hive member John Buckley. He added that this is the second annual shooting his parents, who live in the area, have had to deal with.
Consecutive.
Consecutive, right?
Yep.
Second annual consecutive, inaugural, and then the follow up. And as somebody who's gone to Galveston Mardi Gras, I'm sympathetic and also a bit unsurprised by this entire story. So,
No, but I will say, back to Wes's point, like this has now become a bucket list thing for me. And if I'm gonna catch Corona, I'd rather catch it at Topless Jeep Week than like the grocery store. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like,
That's true.
We should mark it on our calendars for next year, for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll-
why
do you
aren't we
remember
there?
when-
Why
have you
weren't we
guys
there?
not partied in Galveston? Is Pat and I the only two
Nah.
that have partied in
We
Galveston?
took a terrible trip there, Will, because it was like we went to regular Mardi Gras and then we went to Galveston Mardi Gras. It was like it was actually a pretty good wind down.
No, it sucks compared to New Orleans. When you go to New Orleans and then Galveston back to back, there's just no comparison. But
Well, let's
Galveston,
go to Jeep Week, Wes.
Yeah, let's rent a Jeep and go to Jeep Week. I'm there.
Yeah.
Jeep Week is the shit. It sounds like, Port A, you can drive on the beach. So I don't know. It's classic Texas. But yeah, Galveston, I've got like a love-hate I like going there for vacation, but also the crowded vacations there, like the Mardi Gras Jeep Week, they can get pretty wild.
Hard Factor and our enormous torsos will be there next year, so that's a huge target for these shooters.
Big target.
One of us ain't coming home. All right, guys, this next one's from our home state of Virginia. I don't know if you saw this on the internets, but two idiots were being sought after shoplifting from a Sheetz grocery and gas station in Louisa County, Virginia. That's one county from Albemarle, where we used to live. And these
Sheetz in Louisa County. Now that's the essence of a Sheetz.
The Louisa Sheetz. If you guys don't know Sheetz, by the way, it's like a Wawa of the South or a Buc-ee's of the North.
Mm-hmm.
I love Sheetz.
Mid-Atlantic, southern-ish.
You love it,
Just
Mark?
south of Wawa land.
I do love Sheetz. I'm interested in this story. Go on.
They got made to order. All right, so here's what happened. Back on May 5th, guys, two gentlemen entered the Sheetz, and they were wearing watermelons on their heads as masks, hollowed out watermelons. And then they shoplifted, and then they got into a lifted black Toyota Tacoma pickup truck and drove away. Louisa County Police were dumbfounded and posted to their Facebook that these two melon heads were on the loose, trying to track them down.
Well, it's not a truck if you don't got a lift on it.
That's for damn sure.
I mean, the melon is a little bit more covering up than a regular mask. I feel like they could have just done it with the coronavirus mask if they're gonna have a truck with the lift on it. Also, how hard is it to drive with a melon, or did they take a hammer to the melon and leave it on the side of the car?
Let me point some things out for you guys. I want your takes
Left
on
the
this.
juice trail.
First of all, everyone on this show has done a little bit of shoplifting,
Seeds.
right? Usually the point of shoplifting, or one important part of shoplifting, is to be inconspicuous, right? And you're already in a scenario where you can just rock a mask.
Oh wait, this wasn't armed robbery. This was
This was just stealing. This was stealing.
Jesus.
Yep.
Why didn't they just put it in their pockets?
That's it's a good point. Just wear a coronavirus mask. Another thing I want to point out, guys, is the average diameter of a human head, 21 to 22 inches. And the average diameter of a watermelon, 10 inches.
I was going to say, those are giant watermelons.
Or small ass heads, Wes.
Tiny brained heads. I think it's that one. But also, I've seen worse masks. Like people wear underwear on their head. And that that's a bad one. But it's impressive to me that they got into a lifted up truck, because the watermelon strikes me as a bobbly mask. Like it would move around.
I mean, if it's moving around, you would have the fucking head from Beetlejuice.
That's what I'm saying. You could drive in an accident. Yeah, well, there you go, Pat. So, this should be easy to find the people, because you could just try on watermelon masks.
Who's the smallest headed motherfucker in Louisa County? All right, guys. Well, they found one of them, and one of them was 20-year-old Justin M. Rogers, who was charged with, and this is bullshit, by the way, he was charged with wearing a mask in public while committing larceny, which, you know how I
What is that?
It's okay. So it's a law that shouldn't be applied during goddamn Corona times.
Exactly.
Right. So anyway, so he got charged with
Did
that.
they get a head measurement on that kid?
They really need to, because there's what size watermelons were these, dude? It's double the size. The normal human head is double the size of an average watermelon.
I actually ate a watermelon last night, and it was huge. I could have put my fat ass head in it. So
whoa. This guy should be long neck and he should be doing cameos and shit if his head's this fucking weird.
Yeah, he's like Beetlejuice.
That's true. Got a weird neck thing? Get on Cameo. He was also charged with underage possession of alcohol and petty larceny. So there you go. Oh, hey, by the way, guys, that must have hurt taking his head out of that watermelon. He could really have used some Omax CryoFreeze, who's our sponsor today.
Yeah.
Living with chronic pain is the worst, as Watermelon Head Kid knows. It's more than a feeling of discomfort. It can affect you your whole life. Many of you guys might have.
His head may be small, but it throbs in pain.
Oh my God, it hurts so bad, especially when he's trying to jam it into that watermelon. His nose, his flattened nose. Forget about it.
Terrible feeling.
Anyway, you guys might have felt some pain that prevented you from relaxing or sleeping or dating someone. Anyway, guess what? We got Omax CryoFreeze. I personally know, after a long weekend of doing squats on the Hard Factor squat rack, I'm in a lot of pain, and I roll CryoFreeze all over my entire body except for my genitals, and it makes me feel like a newborn. Yeah, that's the amazing thing Omax CryoFreeze can do for you. If you're looking to get rid of nagging muscle and joint pain immediately while providing long-lasting recovery, then you need to try the natural breakthrough pain relief solution CryoFreeze CBD roll-on, guys. It's CBD. Everyone's talking about it. It's developed by Omax Health. That's how you know it's good. It's going to chill you out. It's going to make you feel better. don't mess with all that icy hot noise. That stuff is crap. This is next level. This is next level. You got to get the Omax.
Fake garbage compared to Omax cryo.
Guys,
Roll it on.
roll on. It's non-prescription and it's triple action. That's 3 actions of pain relief. And it's specifically formulated to block pain receptors. Those are the idiots God put in your body. That it was a mistake by God putting pain receptors in your body. And Omax just freezes them out. Reduces inflammation, improves muscle and joint flexibility. That's huge too. Best part, guys, 100% natural. Works in 10 minutes and lasts up to 8 hours. So just get it. Omax Health is offering Hard Factor listeners 20% off a full bottle of cryo-freeze CBD pain relief roll-on. Plus, guys, free shipping. It's like you got Amazon Prime at the Omax site.
And everything on the site, right?
Everything. Literally everything on the site. So it's site-wide, 20% off. Just enter the code FACTOR, FACTOR. That's at omaxhealth.com. Omaxhealth.com. Enter the code FACTOR. Get that 20% off cryo-freeze and everything else site-wide. Still not sold? Go look at the product reviews. I got 95% 5-star reviews. Sounds like Hard Factor. And you know how good that is. Make sure. And they don't even employ their users with 5-star review requests.
Yeah, you might see one if you go digging that says from Hard Factor Mark. This product, my cats do like to lay next to me when I rub it on my neck. Icy hot, not so much. They don't like icy hot. So if you see that review, that's from me.
So why Mark gave a 1-star to our sponsor, I don't know. But
no, a 5-star. Because my cats will cuddle with me.
Okay. Yeah,
but
they
won't cuddle with me with icy hot. But
you were about to get beat up through the Zoom meeting, bro.
Yeah,
giving a 1-star to Omax cryo freeze.
No, I gave a 5-star.
A little
like
bit confusing,
everybody else.
It makes a lot more sense because I didn't even believe that you could have even thought about doing that because I know you so long.
My cats gave it a 5-star too.
You wouldn't do something so crazy. So yeah. Anyway, get your 20% off, guys. That's code FACTOR at omaxhealth.com.
All right, guys. This one comes from Adam W on Twitter. What's the worst crime you can commit, guys?
Murder?
Yeah,
murder. Yep, got it. Nailed
child
it.
rape.
Okay, close. I'm going to say murder. I'm going to give murder. All right, what's the next what's the next worst crime outside of remove the child from that? Just what's the next worst crime?
The one Pat said, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Patricide.
We got to count. We got to count on that.
Right. And then what's the most disgusting thing you can do after you committed both of those crimes?
See where this is going.
Brag about it.
Yeah, so 55-year-old Georgia man Kenny O'Brien Whitehead has been arrested and is being charged with rape, murder, and necrophilia. He's going to need a good lawyer. He's going to need a good lawyer, guys.
Yeah. We're going to need to get you back, Mark, because we lost.
Yeah, your camera went off, Mark.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Oh, man.
Your camera rejected you from telling us that story.
There you go.
There
And he's
goes.
back.
Well, I didn't want to look you guys in the eyes. Didn't want to look you guys in the eyes. When I was talking
that is a disgusting story. What's the
From that
the
layer.
full details there? Oh my goodness.
You said Kenny O'Brien Whitehead, huh?
Yeah, so Kenny O'Brien Whitehead was
real wild card.
found by officers on the front steps of the Daybreak Day Resource Center, which is like a homeless shelter, around 4 a.m., and appeared to be having sex with a woman. And that's because he was. So the officers told him, hey, man, you're having too much fun. You're out in public. Why don't you get up and get dressed? And they noticed that when he did, the woman did not because she was dead.
Oh. It's hard to get up when
This
you're
is
dead.
what those real dolls are supposed to be for, right? To satisfy these sick fucks.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
man.
I'm sure Kenny O'Brien would be satisfied with having sex with a real doll instead of
right,
murdering a woman and then having sex with her. Yeah, sure.
Exactly. Yeah. This is anything.
I don't know, Mark.
that,
You tell me.
No, Wes.
I can't.
Wes.
Hold on, though. The
Law and Order.
What are you saying? I've done this?
No, I don't know.
Is
You just seem
it
confident.
for necrophiliacs? I always thought it was for
No.
dudes who couldn't get laid, so they're taking the next best thing.
It's for the guys in my next story, which are incels. We'll get to that in about 20 minutes.
Look, you know that a necrophiliac is a killer. Based on anything, if you ever watched
That's
Law and Order
stereotyping,
SVU.
Will.
Well, I mean, come on. If you've ever watched a crime drama, it's like you like. I mean, it's like you're connecting the dots. It's like you always connect that dot. It
Unless
seems like,
unless they work in a morgue or a
Right,
funeral
right.
home,
It's
yeah.
a lot of them take that
Yeah.
take that career path specifically so they don't have to kill, but they can still
Yeah.
Okay.
Like vampires in a blood bank. Sure.
Boy
Anyways.
Scout troop leaders, right?
Yeah, right. Emergency services concluded.
I think it's so hot when people go as dead Boy Scouts on Halloween because that's a popular thing for 12, 13-year-old boys to do. What are you? I'm a dead Boy Scout.
A zombie Boy Scout, sure.
Oh, troop leaders
right.
love that.
right.
Man.
What?
All right, well, let's stick with Kenny. Let's stick with Kenny Whitehead. Emergency services concluded that the woman that Kenny was sleeping with had been dead for some time. So it wasn't.
Oh, great. Good.
Yeah. So he basically they're saying he killed the woman outside of a homeless shelter and then came back later, left her there, and came back later when no one cleaned up her body. And well, let's just say this guy's going to have quite the reputation in jail while he awaits trial because I'm pretty sure all the other inmates know exactly who he is.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Damn.
He really
That's
takes
fucked up.
the cake on crazy.
You
I
don't
hope he had
want
some
to.
Axe body spray or something.
Yeah, that's
For
disgusting.
the woman? Yeah, I don't know. Stray cats wouldn't even do this to other cats, guys. This is-
We got what's the deal with the victim? Was she also at the homeless shelter, or what's? I mean,
That's all I got. Thanks, Adam W. on Twitter.
all right, that's gross.
It's been a while. All right.
That's it.
All right, let's move on. This one comes from Gavin H. and brings us back to our home state, the Commonwealth of Virginia. And it's a bit of a long one, but it's What the Fuck Wednesday, so who cares? So this one is kind of a classic American dream turned crazy, as 50-year-old Russell Geyer and his wife had lived quite a lavish lifestyle: 4 cars, 2 homes, vacation house, motorcycle, a 65-inch TV. They had it all. Only problem is they were in debt over $530,000 and had about 50 creditors chasing them down for all the shit that they
How
could
do
not
you
afford.
even get in debt 530? Does that include the house?
Yeah, I
You got a
believe
couple
so,
minutes, Will?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
no,
gonna ask
I
Pat.
get it. No, if it includes the house, yeah, it's easy to do.
Right. So it had finally come to an end. So they did what everyone who abuses their credit system for a lifetime does. They filed for bankruptcy. I mean, it's not a bad plan if you ask me. Over the age of
As
60,
is tradition.
yeah, over the age of 60, I say live it up. But Russell didn't want to give up his remaining assets in the bankruptcy proceedings, so he came up with a scheme to avoid it and attempted to fake his own death, amongst other things. So the gist of what happened, this guy did a lot. So the gist of what he did is he faked having cancer, allegedly fled to Florida where he was supposedly in hospice with his wife. Then he used his wife's email to send his attorney an email saying that he had died of a brain aneurysm just a couple days before his September 2019 proceedings were to carry on back in Virginia. So
That's a
trying
little
to
fishy, isn't it?
That's a little fishy, yeah. Just a few days, like 5 days before his bankruptcy proceedings, he had aneurysm. So then Russell's attorney,
since it happens in 100% of cases with people over 6 figures in debts, probably a little fishy.
Yeah, got it. Then Russell's attorney got another email, this time from a Florida attorney, claiming to have sold the assets that debtors were trying to recover in the bankruptcy case. You know, sometimes people buy debts from other people and then try to get more. It's a big scheme or big moneymaker.
That's a fun business.
Yeah. It's
a lot
people
of
do it
winners.
a lot.
A lot of winners
Yeah.
in that business.
Yeah. Well, like a bank goes under.
People's debt.
Sure.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I'll buy his $530,000 debt for $225.
You say you work with deadbeats?
Yeah. So the email from the supposed attorney said that Patricia, Russell's wife, doesn't know anything about this. This is the exact email. Patricia doesn't know anything about this, and neither does Russell. I have complete control of Russell and told him to kill himself. You will not find him in time. He then ended the email by saying, I'm on a plane out of the country. So that was his genius email to try to throw the scent off of him.
This
Problem
guy's
is
a
that
drinker.
Russell...
He's
yeah,
a drinker.
He's a drinker.
He's a wild guy. So the problem is that Russell's an idiot, and the feds were able to track down the actual attorney that the email was supposedly sent from. So he used a real attorney and then pretended to be him for this email. Then the attorney was like, I don't even know who the fuck this person is. He also used the same real/fake attorney to fuck over his wife, saying he had won $1 million but needed $70,000 of her money to release the funds. He used an app on his phone to disguise his voice and call his wife as the attorney, like,
Hello, is this Patricia? Yeah, your husband won $1 million. Just need $70K to collect. Not a bad deal, huh?
Then this idiot, a day before the hearing was supposed to happen.
There was several hiccups in the call.
Oh, there's a few hiccups. They were on to him, guys. They were on to him. Yeah.
Everybody knew this was Russell.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
is LLC is like not Russell, attorney at law.
Right. Can you think about the balls on
like,
you
Where
to
is he?
call your wife with a fake voice coder? Like, there's just no way she's not going to find out.
Yeah. They just wanted to know where the fuck he was at this point. Then the day before his hearing was supposed to happen back in Virginia, someone went to serve him with the final notice to appear. The house was empty as part of the bullshit plot, but as she was leaving, Russell and his wife pulled up in their car. So they got served and the jig was up. So the next day, Russell told his wife, "Hey, honey, I'll meet you at the hearing." But when she showed up, he never did. And then she heard all this crazy shit that he'd been up to, and she had no clue. So there's no cancer, never in Florida. He literally kept everything from her. So he ran and allegedly tried to kill himself in West Virginia. It was in a mental institute, but was caught 2 weeks later and brought in to face the music. And that's how it all ended for Russell. So he's he pleaded guilty. Yeah, and this all came to an end 2 weeks ago, May 9th or something like that.
What town in Virginia was this?
Swetsville or something.
We need a movie out of this. And again, like some of these criminals, I would like if they just like did reality TV shows, like let them loose.
Oh, I want to know what Russell was doing.
Keep tabs on him, but
yeah, this isn't his first.
If he's not violent, then yeah,
it's not his first.
Yeah,
rodeo.
Saltville, Virginia. So he pled guilty. So we're actually gonna be able to follow up on this because he pled guilty to contempt of court, bankruptcy frauds, wire fraud, aggravated identity fraud, and faces life in prison. And his sentencing is August 6th. So we will definitely we'll set the calendar. Let you know how Russell turned out.
I'm putting that in the calendar right now, Wes.
There you go. Me too. It's already in mind.
August 6th.
Yeah,
Very nice.
that's it. That's the crazy Russell guy.
So
story,
so
guys.
Russell, like though, what a ride he went on. I mean,
yeah.
But it was all of his own making. He didn't have to.
Russell's like the very poor man's like redneck version of what did Matt Damon play the talented Mr. Ripley? Yeah, it's like that. But
He sounds
just
bored.
really poor version of it.
He sounds
I
bored
think-
to me.
Yeah, I think Russell just planned on having like a great final 10 years of his life, and that was his plan. Like he wanted maybe 5 years, maybe 1 year. He just wanted to have at least some money left to do whatever the fuck he was going to do.
That makes total sense. I never thought about that. Like, if you're going to start scamming, why not start scamming in your 60s or 70s?
He just had no plan to like bring it back in. He had no plan to reel it back in.
No, he was going to be fine.
Yeah.
So
That was his retirement plan, is what it was.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
It was elaborate, and it was written on a napkin.
And it all went wrong from step one. There was never a step that went correctly, but he saw it through to the end.
There's a bartender that was like, I can't believe he went through with it somewhere, you know?
He told him it all. Yeah. The crazy son of a bitch did it.
Kinda.
Kind of.
Yeah. That's it, guys.
Well, what's up in Jersey?
Oh, shit. I'm up next. All right. This next one comes to us from Heart Hive member Andrew Churchill, and it's from his native New Jersey, where we have a somewhat predictable problem on our hands. You see, Jersey gym owners, as in getting your pump on, and their customers are getting in trouble for trying to get those gains against state orders. So, specifically, Attilis gym owners Ian Smith and Frank Trombetti have been ticketed both Monday and Tuesday of this week for opening their gym against state orders. Tickets that could lead up to fines of $1,000. So really serious stuff. And at least one gym patron was arrested by his own choice on Tuesday. No word of what his charge was, but I really hope that he told the cops that they had to arrest him to keep him off the squat rack because,
Yeah.
like,
So these guys are just
Not in the middle
basically
of my set,
standing
bro.
up. These guys are basically standing up for the owners at this point. They're like, listen, like, arrest me, fuck you. This guy's going to lose his business, but he's going to end up fucking himself even more with all these fines, which really sucks.
Jersey meatheads, I can't believe that it took this long for them to open these gyms against orders. There has to have been underground gyms like speakeasies during Prohibition in Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bench pressing
you don't-
women.
you don't want to pump. Pumping on your own gets boring.
It does, yeah.
Especially if you're one of these guys, one of these bros in Jersey.
There's no
You
one
gotta
to
show
hear
off
your
the
yells.
gains.
They
Yeah,
got
sure.
the goods. Yeah, exactly.
I need 4 walls of mirrors.
Also, a good way to tell, Mark, if there were underground gyms is if these guys remain tan. See,
Yeah.
like that, because if they're remaining orange, then you know they're going somewhere to get their physical fitness tight.
It was a bunch of guys like pretending to like clean up the beach, and it's just like 300-pound tires out there.
Yeah.
Someone just keeps throwing these damn tires all over the beach.
We're just cleaning up this tire.
I think Wes is onto it though. I think these guys need a place with the mirrors decked out. You know, you got to have some like loud rap banging, the mirrors everywhere. And this is what Frank Trombetti says about it, Wes. He says, "I'm not worried about jail. Ian and I made a conscious decision to actually fight for the cause for everybody." So I think what Frank is thinking is that maybe his gym will lose some money in these fines. Maybe the notoriety of standing up against the tyranny of not letting you get your pump on is what they're banking on helping them.
No, these guys aren't going to pay any extra. Well, maybe like a GoFundMe might happen. That's probably what
they do have. They do have a GoFundMe, but they said even with that, they don't have enough to like cover all costs.
You know what jails have is gyms. Like they go ahead, take them to jail so you can just show off in the yard.
Well, that was the craziest part to me. Is just like this patron was just like he loved the gym so much he just was like, "I'm going to jail for you guys."
What a great point that is, Mark. What a great point that eventually, the end is jail, right? Where you're gonna,
real punishment. Yeah. Real punishment is don't send them to a place with a gym.
Exactly.
Make them eat potato chips or something.
Yeah.
Just surrounded by light objects.
I don't think anybody's actually going to get sent to jail from this, though.
No.
Even if they got arrested, they would get bonded out.
And they shouldn't. Yeah, and they shouldn't.
Yeah. And so at the gym, they've spread out the machines. They've asked people to wear masks when they come in. They're checking temperatures at the door. And on top of that, pretty much all you can do is hand sanitizer. And really, their point is it's less than 1% fatal to people under 65 if they even catch it in the first place. So maybe just 65 plus people should stay out of the gym, and other people should be allowed to go if they want to.
Oh yeah, they were talking about. Yeah, they were talking about opening up bingo halls in Austin. I was like, that's probably the last fucking.
Whoa,
place.
not old people stuff. Just everything but the old people stuff.
Yeah, definitely not.
That's
bingo
what
halls.
is. I mean, I'm sorry to be ageist or whatever.
Water
but
aerobics too.
Realistically, this thing is much more deadly to people who are 65 and older.
Yep.
All right, guys. Hey, by the way, shout out Matt Klein and Joe Sims for my first story, but this one's from Bridget. You guys might want to get stoned for this one.
Okay.
Will.
I
Okay.
wish.
Okay.
I don't have it in the
that's
room,
fine.
but
We'll just be stoned. Well, big ounce. This one's for you. A group of scientists from NASA are in Antarctica working on an experiment and have detected evidence of a parallel universe, gentlemen. What's a parallel universe, you ask? You don't even want to know what a parallel universe is, but I'm going to tell you. According to a report, it's where the rules of physics are the opposite of our own. Up is down, in is out. The universe farts and it enters you. Everything is different. And according to
how close is it to us?
it's here now.
It's here.
It's on top of us.
You're in it potentially.
It's opposite. So like we're all skinny and in excellent shape.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yep.
And not funny and not good looking and not loved by everyone, right?
And humble.
Right. Yeah. And humble.
Guys, according to the Daily Star, which is a tabloid that I get all my science from, a cosmic ray detection experiment has found that particles from a parallel realm that could have been born in the Big Bang have been detected by these scientific nerds. See, these nerds, they used a giant balloon to carry NASA's Antarctic Impulsive Transit Antenna, or its ANITA, high above the Antarctica, where the frigid, dry air provided a perfect environment with little or no radio noise to distort its findings. And the ANITA detected heavier particles, or so-called tau neutrinos, which come up out of the Earth, which previously was believed to have been impossible for them to come up out of the Earth, which implies that these particles are actually traveling backward in time, a.k.a. a parallel universe, motherfuckers. Hope you like a world where your dick is on your face and your face is on your crotch. Because if you married a woman from Universe 1, your life would be like a constant 69. Everything's backwards in this universe.
Right? Nobody can cross over.
I don't understand a word you're saying.
Yeah, me neither. I pretty much had to read it straight from the article because I didn't get it at all.
You would have to have a portal. You'd have to have a portal of some type to get through. And I don't think there's portals to get through, right?
Yeah. I guess the parallel universe me understands it in the other universe because I don't fucking get it.
Yeah, from what I understand, there's there's these neurons or neutrinos, Doritos that are always coming down from space. and they know that, but then they detected them coming up from the Earth, which was previously thought to be impossible because they would have to pass through Earth to have an upward motion coming from the Earth, which means parallel universe. So ipso facto,
These guys don't get out much, do they? Huh?
no. But back
They're
to
all filing for bankruptcy back in the States.
the important thing about this story is think about my joke where your dick's on your face and your face
Yeah, I
is
like
on your
that.
crotch.
That was a good joke. It was worth it for that joke.
More pleasant upside down in that reality that you just painted than like Stranger Things, which is also about a parallel universe.
That's
So,
true. And if you
Better to have a dick face and a face dick than have a giant monster.
yeah, and
bunch of-
also it's kind of like
Bunch of
Pinocchio.
Dick unicorns.
Because it's like they could tell if you're excited. I mean, like your dick tells all. There's no lying if it's exposed. You know what I mean? Because if it starts growing,
Well, maybe people.
Well, wouldn't
maybe
you wear
people,
pants on your top? if
Maybe
you-
people wear funny hats. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're going to figure that out in time. More to come on this, guys. One science nerd, Ibrahim Safa, pointed out, quote, "We're left with either the most exciting or the most boring possibilities. So nothing."
Yeah, they don't know anything. That's
Yeah.
that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Absolutely nothing.
on.
They don't know anything about that.
Opposite physics universe, parallel.
But you know what? You know what, Pat? You know what's cool about that story is that I watched something about Tesla last week, and he said when they started to I don't know the quote, but basically when people started to explore stuff that like they can't understand, like parallel universes and shit, that's when science will really start to fast forward.
Spoiler alert. Should I ruin? I don't want to ruin a movie, but there's a movie about parallel universes as well that came out recently, a little horror film. All right, guys, this one comes from Cormine Cesario, and it's a major soft corner. A murder outside a Toronto erotic massage parlor back in February of this year is now being treated as an act of terrorism. And the terrorist group affiliated is the ideologically motivated extremist movement, which is more commonly known as incels.
What? As in
Involuntary celibate.
celibate.
As in losers that were angry nerd virgins. They're like, oh, why won't they just fuck me? That's
The Antarctica guys.
exactly.
Out there
The parallel universes, guys.
trying to find parallel universes.
And the other universes, they're John Holmes and Ron Jeremy.
Kiss me on my face.
Kiss me on my face. I'm so excited. Well, because these people. Why don't hang on? I'm lost here, like these incels. But yeah, like these people are ugly and have no social skills. They're fucking losers. For such self-proclaimed smart people, they aren't that smart, right? Like, how about a makeover? Maybe pay attention to your body language. Maybe read the room, freaks. You know, maybe some of these things might help you. I don't know. Anyways, the suspect who cannot be named
To get laid or
yeah,
what?
to get laid. Yeah, yes.
I just want to put Mark in
like,
the room
what-
with some
what are, like,
incels.
Read the room.
Fucking cells. Anyways, I can't stand them. I
what-
can't
what
stand
about,
them.
What
Socially
about
awkward
just like a
freaks.
mail order bride? What about a mail order bride? That would
These
work.
people should be doing that, like 90 Day Fiance, but I don't even think they're good enough for that. Anyways, the suspect.
Well,
who
you
could-
can always drive to a brothel.
That's what this guy did. He went to an erotic massage parlor. And he was a suspect who cannot be named because he is a minor, and like every woman he's ever met, we just immediately forget his name anyways, is accused of killing a woman and stabbing another at the Crown Spa on February 24th. The Crown Spa's website says it offers sensual body rubs and an exotic massage that will leave you feeling completely relaxed and spoiled senseless. Sounds nice. Spoiled senseless. Yeah, it sounds fantastic. At around noon,
I can't see.
spoiled senseless.
I can't see your smell.
What'd
you say?
My senses have been overwhelmed with pleasure.
Yeah,
It's too good of a hand job.
You're gonna need someone to drive you home.
I'm gonna jerk you off
deserve
so
this.
good. You're gonna lose your vision.
Anyways, at around noon on February 24th, the owner said she heard screams coming from a back room, one of the massage rooms. She went to go see what was happening, and that's when she was stabbed by a sad virgin with a machete. The incel was so pathetic, though, that she was able to wrestle the machete from her stab wound and then stab him in the back as he tried to flee, probably while squealing.
No.
Yeah, fucking loser. 24-year-old Ashley Noelle Arzaga was found inside the room dead, so he killed her. That was the scream.
Shit, she died after.
Oh, that's
Well, no, he killed the woman that was screaming, and then the the owner heard the scream, and it was also a female.
Oh,
and
okay.
She ran to the back to hear the screams, and she got stabbed, and then stabbed this kid and subdued him. But it was too late for.
So the
for
madam
her.
killed him.
The madam killed, and then the 24-year-old massage lady was already murdered, unfortunately.
What an ass.
Dick.
Yeah, so authorities arrested the wounded dweeb on site who said, I wanted to kill as many women as possible. And then I'm a huge fan of this loser that wrote the Incel Manifesto. And I'm not going to name that guy because whatever the fuck that is, and fuck him. Listen, if you've read the Incel Manifesto because you seeked it out and you relate to it, you're like the Michael Jordan of losers.
But you said this kid's a minor. What's his deal? He's probably going to have sex in a couple years.
No, he knows, Will. This kid would never have sex. He knows. God dealt him a 2-7 offsuit hand in life, and he just didn't know how to deal with it, So he had to drag
Why can't he
in
just
other
wait a
people's.
couple years?
Because this guy knows. This guy knows. He's so repulsive to women. He's a walking pimple. He's just like no one's ever given him the time of day, and rightfully so, because he's a fucking loser. But you don't have to kill someone else, you piece of shit. Maybe kill yourself. Anyways, based on all that information and one look at this, walking pimple, like I said, the RCMP and Toronto Police Service determined the attack was inspired by the incel movement and the ipso facto terrorism. So apparently it's the first time a terrorism charge has been tied to incels, but it sounds like it won't be the last.
I'm going to read you guys one word from, it's 141 pages. Here, first word I noticed, childhood, Pokemon, girl, fifth birthday.
This is the
third
manifesto?
grade, kindergarten,
The manifesto.
E.T.
Made fun of me.
Yeah.
It sounds like some of
141 pages of dog
Beto's
shit.
early writings.
Yeah.
George Lucas.
Pulled my pants down, laughed. Yeah, George Lucas.
Right.
But I mean,
Swirly.
how pathetic. This is like a black eye to terrorism. It's like pretty bad when you're the embarrassment of the worst community to be a part of. Even the other terrorist groups are probably upset
Imagine how
that the
offended.
incels are lumped in with them now. Yeah.
ISIS is so pissed now.
Yeah,
They're
they got
just
these
like,
fucking incels lumped in with them now. Fucking
Are
soft
you
corner
serious?
losers. Yeah.
10 years old, I was eager to re-bleach my hair to a fully blonde color after the disastrous failure
That's
of my
so
previous
specific.
attempt.
That's an incel from that grew up in the 90s. It's very specific. It's not like it's going to change.
I mean, pathetic is all I gotta say. Anyways, you know what can get you laid? You ugly, unfunny, non-social Q gathering scumbags. Money.
Whoa.
And you know how you can make some money? By gambling on the news. And you can do that by going to www.predicted.org/promo/hardfactor20, creating a new account. Deposit at least $20, we'll give you a free $20. The market I like today is what will be the popular vote margin victory in the 2020 presidential election. This is by percentage points, and it's in
Popular
band.
vote? Popular vote?
Popular vote margin of victory. It's by percentages, and it's in bands, not the electoral vote. It's
What's
the popular
the
vote.
what's the
So there's
lowest
like
band?
Right, so there's like 12. That's where I'm going, Will. That's where my money's headed. There's 12 options ranging from GOP by more than 10% all the way to Dems by more than 10%. And here's my thinking. I was going where Will was going. I think it's going to be pretty close either way. So I like 4 bands in particular. I'm taking the GOP by 1.5 to 3%, the GOP by less than 1.5%, and the Dems by both of those. So the Dems by 1.5 to 3%, and the Dems by less than 1.5%. So I've got a 6% margin there, with neither squad winning by more than 3% of the popular vote, and I can get all 4 of those markets for about 40 cents total.
That's
which
nice.
would make me
The
60
GOP
cents
will
on my
not-
dollar.
Not take the popular vote, though. That would be
Well, look. Okay, so that's
I
your
think-
advice, but I'm going to say it's going to be close either way. So, like
Right. Close in the overall popular vote.
I'm telling you, you're pretty much safe, I think, if you go 3% in either direction for 40 cents, make 60 cents on your dollar. Anyways, shit ton of fun and new markets out there. Election season's ramping up. You're an incel if you don't get in on this now, and you can get a free $20 on us if you go to www.predicted.org/promo/hardfactor20, create a new account, and deposit at least $20. Do it. It's legal in all 50 states. Do it. Do it now. Do it.
Pat, you look like you're looking up the last election winning
Zelda.
percentage, right?
No. I'm deep.
He's reading the manifesto.
Deep in the Incel Manifesto right now. It's broken
Zelda.
down by every
Zelda.
sad year of this guy's life.
I acquired every heart piece in Zelda.
He mentions Nintendo 64 27 times.
Oh, God.
All right. All right, well, let's close it out with some voicemails and 5-star reviews. First to the reviews. This one was a big favorite of ours this past week by C. Diggity Dog. It's titled Best Podcast, and it says, Elon Musk asked Joe Rogan on his podcast, where is there a news source that's non-biased and not pushing agendas, and couldn't think of one. I could. It's right here. Elon Musk is obviously stupid. And we appreciate that, C. Diggity Dog.
Nailed him.
Yeah, very
See
true.
diggity.
See, Diggity Dog, we like that one so much that we made a video of your comment over top of the Elon Musk thing playing, and that's on Hard Factor Twitter and Instagram.
That's literally like the only comments I'm trying to go for. Like that makes me very happy. That's the whole point of the show, in my opinion.
Exactly, that's the goal. This next one is for Manny Issy, and it says, annoyance. It would be nice to hear a story without 10 questions between every sentence.
Who was this? Who was this by?
Manny Issy. I don't know. How do you say that?
Got him. No, I'm got him. I read this one. I'm just fucking with this kid. He's right.
Got it. Which is usually getting answered in the next part of the story. Everyone is an offender on this. Let's just pause and listen for once. Maybe this would take the episodes back to 20 to 30 minutes as originally advertised, rather than an hour plus a day we currently have. Stop speaking just to hear your own voice.
That's a good point.
It's fair.
It's a good point. We do break in and ask too many questions probably, but we are working on ways to allow our blabbermouths to talk more than just on this podcast on a regular basis. So hopefully
It's because we
we'll
get
have
so
more
excited.
avenues
We get
to
so
blab.
excited.
Yeah, it's not to hear our voices. It's try to make you laugh. But point very well noted.
Yes. We will work on it.
Wes will
probably
be
not.
very happy. Wes will be really happy with us if we work.
Yeah,
on
I'm a
this, 'cause
little sad I was lumped into this. Everyone is an offender on this, but okay.
Yeah, you're definitely. If anybody's not an offender, it's you.
And the last
Wes is
one
he's like a snake. He like lays back in the cut, and then he strikes, and then he's back in
right.
the cut.
That's right. This next one is from Playoff Team. It says, it's depressing, but whatever. If I ever meet you guys in person, I'll think you have a learning disorder because I've only ever listened on 2 times the speed. First round of beer shots, whatever, on me when PFT allows you guys to use the Barstool budget to come out to Vegas. Just don't make the drive from Reno down here unless you'd like to contract meth. NFL Draft 2022, question mark? Hey, man, we'd love to come to
Yes.
Vegas on Barstool's dime.
Yes.
We've been working on. We've been calling PFT's number from different burner numbers and trying to get his social security number so we can make this happen. But it hasn't happened yet. But we're working on it. We're working on it.
Absolutely love Vegas. I love the little hopper flight. There's like a super cheap hopper from Reno down to Vegas. I can't wait till I can actually buy one. And the casinos are open again. So
I got married in Vegas. You guys were all there a couple years.
that's right. Lots of Vegas people on this podcast. Also, not surprising that a dude in Vegas listens to us at 2 times speed. That's Vegas speed, you know.
And mentioned meth in the same.
Right. Oh, definitely. Like you can feel, like you can smell the meth when you drive.
He might actually be listening at normal speed.
Yeah. If you think if you think we got a
made that
learning
drive
disability
one time.
now, try it half speed.
I'm not going to make that drive again. I made it one time when I moved to Reno, from Vegas to Reno. I'm not going to make the drive back down.
10 hours about?
No. It's like it's just a full day, but it's central Nevada is nothing but mountains, and so it's just like
False.
and not many towns, right?
Yeah.
So like you're just like it's just nonstop driving through like hills. Yeah,
All right. We got 2 voicemails. Give me 1 second.
it's like driving on Mars. That's the best way to describe it.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. First voicemail. Did I fuck that up?
Don't rush
you
into
did.
it, Wes.
Definitely.
Yeah. So do we have to kill some time?
Yeah, hang on. Select a speaker. Oh,
You had one job.
Yeah, you're like Phil Tippett.
there
Wes,
we go. I think it's good now.
There we go. Ready?
Well, it's going to... I can hear you guys.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can hear it in your headphones. You're gonna have to unplug your
Okay.
headphones.
Unplug your headphones, please.
Let's try this.
Hey, this is Jackson P. I just wanted to say this whole thing with Elon Musk in Portnoy is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I keep selling that merch. I will definitely be buying. a Portnoy Musk 24T. I just also wanted to say the boat races are freaking awesome. Keep that up. Love participating. It's a shame Team Mark didn't win this time. And to everyone else in the Hardo Hive, lay off Pat and Wes, guys, for fuck's sake. They're like half the show. They're half. Oh my God, I can't with these fuckers. Anyways, keep up the good work, and I can't wait for a good morning. See you, boys. Peace.
Okay.
That was Jackson, our boy in Colorado, correct?
Yes. Yes. Okay, hang on. Let me just do this next voicemail, and then I'll figure out my shit. Hang on.
What, do we want to talk about that at all, or you just want to blast through it?
No, we can talk about it. Hang on.
We're giving you a minute to get set up over here.
There we go.
Love Jackson
Okay,
P.
there we go.
Love
You guys
him.
can hear me? Okay, good.
Yeah, Jackson's been in both boat races, been on Team Mark both times, I think, and we won the first one, and we did not win the second one. Sorry.
Yeah, well,
and not Jackson's fault. Jackson's probably the fastest chugger on our team this last
we had
one.
Ronnie Deutsch on the other team.
You had Ronnie,
on
and
the
also
second time,
Big Ounce
so.
very fast, too.
Big Ounce very quick.
Yeah.
But Jackson, he's taking a gripe with everybody coming at Pat and Wes. Have we had a lot of Pat and Wes comments recently?
Mostly me.
There was a couple
hate
for
coming
me.
my way.
West caught some shots in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. I was in the top 20 of some guy's list, and then there was one other one I forget.
Will and I got like 1 to like Wes's 3 or 4 in the last couple weeks.
A lot of people making fun of my looks on the
Yeah.
on the Barstool blog. Not so much in the 5-star comments, but getting a whole lot of making fun of my looks on the blog. So.
Yeah, but hey, I appreciate you sticking up for us, Jackson. It's,
Yeah, thanks,
it's
Jackson.
very nice of you. All right, here comes the second one. This is one also from Jackson P.
Oh, it was.
Wes, you can't do this anymore, buddy.
Yeah, Wes, you're not.
Hey, Art Factor crew. It's Jackson Piggott again. And I was just listening to Monday's episode. And, Pat, you said something pretty outrageous. You really believe that the world should be run by economists? I know there was a little exaggeration in there, but my question is, would you want them to be Keynesian economists or neoliberal economists? The whole John Maynard Keynes versus Friedrich Hayek debate. Currently, we live in a neoliberal system, and from 1930s through, I want to say the late 70s, that we were under a Keynesian system. And I just was wondering what Pat specifically, and if any of the rest of you have an opinion on it, which economist should run the world. Thanks. Have a good
I think
day.
Pat should answer it, to be honest.
Jackson, shut the fuck up, bro. I don't know.
I mean, he's only asking a follow up.
Okay,
to your point.
fine. I don't know what the hell the neoliberal versus Keynesian he's talking about. I'm not that well versed in economists. I do read The Economist, and I think that, and I also listen to Planet Money. I think that economists, yes, they should run the world. I think we'd be way better off if we made decisions based on statistical data.
Okay, I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about, so.
Yeah, I want to go back to his Musk Portnoy thing. I don't know anything about different economists, but Musk Portnoy from the first voicemail, really like. I mean, it's just excellent. I mean, I kind of hope it happens. I know, Mark, you're not excited about it, but
No. I mean, I'm excited about it if Dave's into it. I mean, it doesn't matter if Musk is the vice president, because vice presidents don't do shit. If Dave's into it, I'm happy. Musk is, a scumbag. Yeah. But what's it called? The economy thing, I don't know about it either, but usually anything with neo in front of it, usually not good. So I would say the other one.
neoliberal is what he said.
Neo in general, starting with neo is never
starting in the 70s. So I guess that means I don't know. I really don't know anything.
I'll read up
Yeah,
Jackson P.
I'm all on board the Portnoy Musk train.
Yeah. Well, also Musk though, he just told Dave to run for office, and then Dave printed the Musk Portnoy.
Yeah, I hope Dave
geez,
wises
so-
up and gets someone else besides Musk. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could do worse. You could have a worse running mate.
He'd have a lot of funding,
Yeah.
That's right.
which is important, right? I know that. Okay, You guys got anything else to say? You want to make fun of me about I can't fucking figure it out yet because I got this new
Do
audio
you
system.
have other voicemails, or was that it?
No, that's
Or
it.
we have-
That's it. Yeah. So we need some more next week. That's it. Just one from Jackson P.
Wes!
Defending Pat.
Wes, yesterday you did honor killings to end the show. Today,
Wes,
I can't
Wes is-
control what the voicemails are.
You're gonna control how to play them on time. Wes needs to be off closing for a few days.
Hey, we're fair enough on that. But I got the new audio system, so it was a little confusing here. Anyway, that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Hey, you guys and gals have been kicking ass with sending us stories for this episode and Florida Man Friday this week, so we really appreciate that. Be sure to keep those voicemails and 5-star reviews coming. 512-270-1480. We will never answer that phone, by the way, so feel free to call anytime.
That's not true. We will sometimes.
You will?
No, we'll never answer. It
I
doesn't ring
won't.
out. Doesn't ring anywhere.
Never answered it.
Yeah, neither have I. It rings if you're logged into the email, but I've never answered it.
You have to be like in the page to get it to ring.
I did
Right.
make one phone call back to Big Ounce because he left a depressing voicemail about. But I didn't answer it. I checked his voicemail, then I secretly, stalkered, grabbed his number, and called him and asked him if he was doing okay for my personal number. But yeah,
There you go.
but we won't answer that number.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. So feel free to call anytime. Subscribe on YouTube, Hard Factor News. Follow us on Twitter at Hard Factor News and at Hard Factor Mark, Pat, Will, and Wes. As always, we really appreciate you for all the support. Not sure when the next boat race get together will happen, Jackson P, but we will keep you posted. And as always, have a great fucking day.